Hello, you guys. Welcome to Elite Weather Forecasting. My name is Mr. G, your meteorologist. And if you're checking me out on YouTube or TikTok, leave your likes and comments. Don't forget to follow on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube because we're trying to grow this and I appreciate you guys' support. But today I'm going to support you guys with the weather forecast and we're going to be talking about what we're going to be seeing out there for your day on Friday. Boy, today we saw a lot of severe weather across portions of the southeast, Georgia and Alabama and portions of Mississippi and even in South Carolina and into North Carolina. We saw some reports of severe weather, a lot of tornadoes today, so we're going to take a look at those tornadoes that we saw across the southeast as well. But for your forecast tomorrow, we're going to be seeing a wet, sloppy day across the northeast and into New England. So we're talking about from eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, portions of Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, where we're going to be seeing some snow through the portions of the Great Lakes here through Michigan and Indiana and portions of western Ohio. We're going to see real snow, but if you're down to the south through Kentucky and Tennessee and eastern Ohio and into West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, we're going to be seeing a mixed bag of precipitation, a rain and snow mix. And if you move further to the north into New England, we're going to be seeing freezing rain through portions of Maine and upstate in the higher elevations of Vermont and New Hampshire, and even in portions of upstate New York along the Adirondacks and the St. Lawrence River, we can see some freezing rain as well. So a little bit of sloppy weather across the northeast tomorrow, but we're not going to really see much in the way of all snow. So that snow deficit is going to continue across the northeast, and we're going to talk about that snow deficit in the northeast in just a bit. But if you're on the west coast, the next Pacific storm, that atmospheric river, is headed your way. We're going to be seeing more rain there across northern California, more heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada. We can get 1 to 2 feet of snow tomorrow across the Sierra Nevada, and we're going to be seeing that rain through the Central Valley and along the coastal ranges of Central California as well to about Ventura and Santa Barbara. So LA probably won't see any of that rain until Saturday, but it's going to come down that coastline slowly, and we're going to be seeing some more snow across portions of the northern Rockies, and we're going to be seeing a rain and snow mix across the Cascades with some rain in Seattle and Portland. So we're going to see rain in the lower valleys and the coastal sections of Oregon and Washington. And nice weather across the nation's midsection from the high plains of Montana through the Rockies down to the southern deserts, and we're going to see nice weather through the Midwest, through the plain states from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up to the Canadian and U.S. border in Minnesota and North Dakota. So a nice dry day for your folks on your Friday. So now let's take a look at our satellite right now. There's those severe thunderstorms that we've been seeing down here across the eastern U.S. Let's get where you can see that, and there's that frontal boundary, and we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms coming up right up off of the Gulf of Mexico. These were tornadic thunderstorms that we were seeing today, as you can see those storms heading across the state of Georgia and into South Carolina. And in the northeast, we're going to be seeing that mixed precipitation, some rainfall and some mixed rain and snow across the interior and higher elevations of the Adirondack mountain range as well as the Appalachian mountain range. Then you have that nice dry weather across the nation's midsection, and you see that gray. That's indicative of the cold air in the upper layers of the atmosphere. So a little bit cooler for your day today that we've been seeing across portions of the Midwest, and a lot of low clouds and fog, because we also have been seeing temperatures a little bit above normal as well. So it's been warm enough to create fog because we're seeing some of that snow melt. So we've been seeing a lot of foggy weather across portions of the Midwest, and there's the next Pacific storm coming onshore the atmospheric river, as you can see right there, and it's going to be bringing that rain into California, Oregon, and Washington, as well as the western portions of the Rocky Mountain range. And here we are as we take a look at the next storm that's heading into California, and this is going to be for this weekend. We're going to be seeing that rain again tomorrow, and then there's that next one that's going to come through on Saturday, and we're going to see that big round of rain that's going to bring heavy rain down to Southern California, LA, San Diego, the Inland Empire, as well as the mountains and of Southern California and across more snow across the Sierra Nevada, and more heavy rain through the San Joaquin and the Central Valley and the coastal ranges and Northern California. So the Bay Area, San Jose, gonna get more heavy rain. So, but the end is in sight. We got one more storm after this one. We're going to next week, and then hopefully things will start to settle down on the West Coast. Now here we go as we take a look at our current storm across the east. Now, this storm here is going to be you're seeing that heavy rain and those thunderstorms across the southeast, but there is our snow there, and our snowy weather is going to be along the U.S. and Canadian border and the interior portions of New England. So the interior of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and upstate New York, along that St. Lawrence River Valley, we're going to be seeing rain and snow mix. So we're not going to pick up a lot of accumulation from that, but it is going to be a sloppy mess out there. So we're going to be seeing some slush tomorrow across the interior portions of the Northeast. Now, look at our severe weather that we had today across the South. And we're looking at these states here in Mississippi, and we're talking about Alabama and Georgia, and we're seeing those tornadoes. We look at all these reports of tornadoes. We've had large hail. We had wind damage as well. We also saw some winds. Look at these tornadoes. We saw tornadoes coming across from Mississippi and into Alabama and Georgia as well. So we're seeing a lot of tornado activity today. Very dangerous weather today. And we saw all of that severe weather across the southeast. And we saw more severe weather right now. We're seeing those thunderstorms racing across the south, moving across Georgia right now, and southeastern Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. We're seeing those severe thunderstorm warnings right there. No current tornado warnings, but we are seeing a few severe thunderstorms across central and southern Georgia and southeastern Alabama at this time. And we are seeing that tornado watch in place across the southeast. Now, these guys are going to be expiring soon. I think this one is already expired, but this one we got until 10 p.m. and we're going to be seeing this one until 9 p.m. So a couple of more hours to go for that severe weather across the southeast. And then now let's talk about the Northeast. So in the Northeast, we've been seeing that these are how long they've gone before they saw their first snow. So the latest they saw snow across New York City was January 29th, and that was in 1973. And these are some of the other big cities: Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, and Richmond, Virginia. Some of the latest days that they've picked up snow across the Northeast. So that snow deficit continues. And then again, here's our departure from normal. I'm going to stand over here so you guys can see the map. And as you can see, we're seeing those deficits. We're behind the snow. Boston picks up the most snow in the Northeast, and they're currently about 12 inches, almost 13 inches below normal as far as their expected snowfall for this time of the year. And here we are. It's the reason why we're not seeing much of snow. It's because we've been seeing very warm weather across the eastern U.S. and above average temperatures. As you can see, it's been pretty much warm and above average across the Northeast, pretty much across the country, and even into the Midwest. Look at that. Even though we're seeing snow, and the funny thing about it, the warmer temperatures actually enhance the snow here in Wisconsin and Minnesota. We've been seeing those temperatures in the low to mid 30s, which is actually above average. We should be in the lower 20s here in the Twin Cities, but we've been in the 30s, so we've been seeing those snow producing temperatures. So that is the look at that situation across the eastern U.S. and how those temperatures are affecting the lack of snowfall and increasing the snowfall for some other folks. So here across the northern plains, we've been seeing an increase of snow because of those warmer temperatures. We haven't been plagued by Alberta clippers this year, which is usually occur when the temperatures are colder, and they usually tend to bring us low producing storms. And now we're picking up these big 1 foot snowstorms. Luckily, we haven't seen only a couple so far, so that's good news for us. And most of the storms are been diving down to the south. So that is a look at your weather forecast for today. My name is Mr. G. I will see you guys all tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye.